Oh, yes, it's that crazy Friday feeling. And not only is that crazy Friday feeling, it's a live Friday feeling. It is cold in the hangar. It is freezing. So what you say? You're saying, Dads, Chris, what are you doing live on a Friday? Where's all our buildings? Well, the Hangar V2 is in effect. I did say this last week. Today, basically what it is, I've got 3 sheds, small sheds. They are sheds. This is the hangar, not a shed. Okay, I'm sticking with that. We've got 3 little sheds. One's a she shed, which is my wife's shed, and I've got 2 other sheds. Those 2 sheds are going and incoming 14 by 8 cabin. Now, you wouldn't believe it. I'm a bit of a hoarder. I don't know about you, but I hoard stuff. If I got screws or something, or a cabinet that's been taken apart, I'll say I'll keep that. I'll use that timber, or I'll use those screws. Not a problem. Wow, what a ton of crap I kept. So you can think about it. You've got all these sheds, the stuff that comes out, you think, how did I put that in the shed? I just do not know. Yeah, you're saying, oh, Roy. Okay, in the UK, we've got postal strikes going all over the place. I went to post your Draco legs upgrade, whatever else, and the post office was shut, and the package stayed into my car. Sorry. I was cleaning out the car. I was like, what's this? Oh my God, it's Roy's. Yes, Roy. Yes, he did. Wrecker Roy's RC did win the Draco upgrade. So, Roy, the post office is open tomorrow, and I'm going to ship it extra fast to you. So you'll get it next week, hopefully, with lots of lovely stuff. And also, Roy is the first person to get a Dad's RC lanyard. In fact, no, you're the second, because, in fact, the third. Yes, the third, because of a couple of people already had it, including Dr. David Owens. But yes. Hi Jerry, how you doing? Yes, Roy. It's madness. Yeah, we've got everyone's on strike in the UK. It's crazy. I mean, we've got nurses that are going to go on strike. I mean, really? Anyway, so the postal service, yes, they keep having fun and saying they're on strike. Anyway, as I was saying, so we've got these sheds. They're all going to go eventually because we're doing up the garden and stuff. So these 2 have got to go for the 14 by 8, and it's a cabin, so it's going to be a lot warmer. It's all going to be sort of like. What do you call it? I don't know, stuff in the ceiling, stuff in the floor to make it all nice and warm and bits and pieces. But yes, the amount of crap that I've hoarded is absolutely crazy. Hi David King, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, so honestly, it's like, wow, I was looking for that the other day, and of course it's right at the back of the shed, blah blah blah. So I've been doing dump runs, so it all gets recycled and everything else is great, and keeping stuff that's the first she shed was cleared out, so I can get everything in there, because obviously it's hi Ian, how you doing, buddy? Because it's winter time. I mean, my wife said to me, "Why did you do it in the winter? It's horrible." Well, today was a flying day. I should have been out flying today. It was that cold, sunny day that we love in the winter. We like to fly, and you actually get a suntan in the middle of the field. Don't ask me how or why, but you do, and you get hot. I remember when I was at Paul Heckle's last year. God, the year's just gone, and I was actually hot. Anyway, so and today we got a delivery of the base. So obviously it goes a big long base, and it's got to be concreted and all sorts of things. It's all happening. So I did say to Dr. David Owens today, it's like, I don't know when I'm going to fly. If I'm going to fly this year, I mean, everything's going to happen over the next 3 weeks. So it's pointless. So let's see what's going on in here. So we got Adam from Model AV8. How are you doing? God, it's nice to see you. We got Jeff in Lower Alabama. Listening to the football. Yes, only me could pick a live when England and the USA are playing football. It's whatever. Tony's in the house. We got Adam. We got Ian in the house as well. We got Roy, Reckon Roy, David King. How you doing? Jerry is in the house. Victor was in the house. He's around bits and pieces, and also Dan and Gaines. They're in the house. Caroline's in the house. Who else is in the house? Chunky C's RC Adventures. Chris was in the house. He's running around today, and of course Victor. So I appreciate everyone popping on and saying hello. I mean, it's just really, I didn't want to do like a short or a community post. You know, I do hate doing those. But as I do my videos, they are live on the day. I do the video, do whatever I'm doing during the day, record and cut it up, and goes live. Dr. Owens in the house. You've got to fly before the end of the year. Yes, David. Yes. Everyone should congratulate WhatsApp FPV. That is Dr. David Owens for becoming a doctor this year, which is a fantastic achievement. Yes, I've got to fly, and Paul Heckles is on the standby as well. We're going to go to his field and maiden the max thrust. Something about the max thrust. I don't know if you saw the wheels when I was building the max thrust when we was doing the engine. They are tiny. These are the original wheels. And I found some more with Dubro ones I did have in here. It was the 3-inch diameter ones, which are a lot nicer. They're the low bounce ones as well. And if you look at the size, they are they're about the same size. So I'm going to use those. Yes, Dr. O in the house. What an achievement! What an achievement to become a doctor. Fantastic. Obviously, he's not a doctor that well, I've got a scratch here, Dave. You can sort it out. It's a doctor, and I forget what it is, David. I'm sorry, but he does technical stuff, tech stuff. Yes, he's a technical engineer stuff. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to use these tyres because those ones that I just put on the plane just so we could fire up the engine are so small. They are diddy. And I do love the low bounce, so hopefully they're going to go on. But yes, that is almost ready to maiden, really, the max thrust. The engine is sweet as. That OS is fantastic. I mean, you saw she started up first time. Absolutely fantastic. So I'm really impressed with that engine. And like Chris said, Chunky's RC said he's had a few, and they are, they'll go on forever and ever, which is just fantastic. I do love Nitro, I really do. Nice tyre choice. Yes, I do love the Dubro. I mean, hi Tony, welcome back. And the low bounce as well are fantastic. Managed to get some on the flight. Let's start putting some people up where we're going here. Add to broadcast. Just so there we go. Managed to get some indoor flying last Saturday, but at this time of year it's mainly sim flying for me. Yes, Caroline, that is that's the bad thing. I mean, I don't mind flying in the cold as long as it's a sunny day like today, and the winds were pretty decent as well, which is really annoying. But Hangar V2 is taking priority. I mean, it's an extra 6 foot bigger. These are great. Yes, let's talk about tyres. Let's talk about tyres, not Hangar V2. Yes, the Dubro, the soft bounce. Are they called the soft bounce? Low bounce. Sorry, low bounce are fantastic. Hi, Ways RC. How you doing, buddy? I can actually start giving people. I make everyone as a moderator. There's Tanny. I thought I did Tanny. There we go. Tanny, hang on. I'm on the interweb page as well on here. Here we go. Add as a moderator. Yes, there you go. Everyone's a moderator in Dad's RC Hangar. We're all the same here. We all love RC. And there you go. There you go. You're a moderator. If I can say that word, it's because it's cold in the hangar. Yes, it is. Yes. So now I would have put the Dubro tyres on the Draco, but they're so heavy for that size, which is, I mean, I don't know what size it is now. Is it 5-inch, something like that, 5.5-inch? Excuse me, too big, too heavy, and that would have put a lot of weight on the front nose. I'm trying to keep that as stock as possible. But this, I mean, this is the max thrust tire. I don't do anything moderately. There's a lot of weight here as well. There's a bit of weight there, so it's going to add a bit of nose weight on the max thrust. I think. I can't even see the wheels. The wheels are kind of like just behind just in front of the CG. So that's going to be interesting anyway. But yeah, we've got to get some flights. But I mean, the Hangar. Let's talk about Hangar V2 now. Hangar V2 is an extra 6 foot longer than the Hangar 1. And it's also a cabin, which means it's got 28mm thick walls. And we're going to put some stuff in the, what do you call that stuff? I've forgotten what it's called now. I don't know. We're going to make it warm. I can't remember what it's called now. My brain is gone today. Labor Day today it was. Wow. In the ceiling and in the floor, so it keeps it insulation. Thank you, Caroline. There you go. See, my brain has gone today. This is coffee, not tea today. Coffee. There you go. See what happens in the hangar stays in the hangar. Oh yes. Pre-Christmas as well. Pre-Christmas. I've just got a bunch of these back. Yes, I've got a lanyard, which Roy would be the first person in America to have one. I call them the crappy lanyard because they're not. They're okay. You'll see. We've got a load of these, and we're going to give these away soon. We're going to do like a Christmassy show, pre-Christmas show, and I'll do some giveaways. So I've got a load of these in as well, which is Des RC Tea Muck. You got to have a cup of tea in there. So we're going to give away a load of these for over Christmas, just pre-Christmas. I'm not sure what. I think it's wasn't it Christmas Eve? Christmas in ceiling plane. Was that in Chris ceiling planes? What do you mean, Dan? What do you mean? What do you mean? Insulation. Oh, sorry, right. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, insulation. I've got. I mean, this is so cold in the hangar, and I have a dehumidifier in the hangar that obviously costs a lot of money to. Well, it doesn't cost a lot of money to run, but it's constantly giving it. I keep it around about 48% humidity in here. Otherwise, things. JCB, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving over the pond yesterday. I'm sure you're still full of turkey and probably a bit of alcohol, maybe. But yeah, we don't have that in the UK, Thanksgiving. We just have the Christmas turkey and Boxing Day turkey and everything else. Phone planes would work. Crash one says, I'll tell you what, you're going to be. I'm going to post a picture tomorrow. It will be on. I will post it on. I will post it on all the socials that I've got, and of all my crash planes that have all kind of landed up in one of the sheds, and it was quite sad actually to see them. And yeah, we got two, not one but two max thrusts, which are the I can't remember which one it is now. Anyway, two foamies. There's obviously the boomerang, and there's a couple more as well. But I'll show you. It's quite sad actually. And yeah, that foam would have done that. Would have kept the ceiling now quite warm actually. So, but no, we're going to put some proper stuff in, proper insulation, and on the floor as well. So. But yes, that extra 6 foot will be pretty good. The downside of it is that here I've got it's called a Dutch barn, so the roof goes like up and over. So I'm losing about 2 foot space in the air. So it'd be interesting anyway. But I want a better place to do shows from, and I've got lots of things that I want to do videos of as well. So get much more into it as well. So it's very hard in here. I've got I've invested in a great 3D printer that's still not built or in the hangar, and I've now got a laser cutter stroke engraver that's in the hangar but in boxes. That's crazy trying to walk around the hangar because I want to get these plans, because I found some plans. I'm not going to go too much into it. I found some plans of a plane that was the plans were created in the late 50s, and I just come across it just by accident. Really, I was looking for something and I found it, and yeah. So with those planes, I'm going to attempt to import them into the computer, and then we'll laser cut them and build it. So it's a really interesting plane as well. I think you're going to love it. Hopefully it's going to be good. It's not going to be all sticky fingers like the bolster would stick into your fingers and everything else. Yes, belated. Yes, lots of turkey was eaten yesterday. I've got the turkey. Looking forward to the turkey on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and then obviously you've got like after that is turkey sandwiches, ham sandwiches, and everything else. For those of you that are interested in the footy, it is 0-0. I would show you my phone, but trouble is I'll probably get in trouble trying to from Virgin to say, "Oi, what are you doing?" But yeah, it is 0-0. So I'll be quite happy with a 0-0 because obviously we love everyone over the pond. It happens, doesn't it? It happens that you always end up playing against each other or something, and it's like, oh God, We're in my loyalties obviously because I'm British, but I love you guys. Anyway, so anything been going on? I mean, we might as well have a chit chat. As I say, we could just be on for probably an hour, but it was just really to say I'm still about. Sorry, I've not been building or flying, but turkey curry. I'm going to put that up. Wait, hang on. Hi, Lee. How you doing, buddy? I don't think Lee. Did I make Lee a moderator? Yes, I did. He's already a moderator, isn't he? So let's just start putting these. Let's start putting these things on, and I have to do it myself. Turkey curry. Look at that. There we go, David. Yes, I'm excited as well. I mean, she's she's over there. I'm not going to get her because I haven't got the room, but she's ready. I did. In fact, I could have done something. I did start that videoing me putting all the electronics in because I've done a platform. With the max thrust, you get different what they called a servo holes. You can go for a small servo or a large servo. Now, it comes inside. It's got the wood. Whatever you like to call it, the balsa. Well, it's not balsa, is it? But anyway, plywood for the bigger servos, which I've put in. But then they give you another one if you want to put smaller ones in that goes on top and then makes all the holes smaller. It is honestly, it's such a great build. It really is. I mean, perhaps that's why they call it a max plus throw. I don't know, but there you go. What's this? What's this? Aerofred is a great source of plans for free. There you go. I don't know. Everyone look at that. Aero Fred. I'll have to have a look at that. Servo tray. Thanks, Roy. Yes. Yeah, my mind is getting worse. I mean, I'm not sure what it is. I mean, hopefully it's not what what happens when, was it dementia and stuff? I hope not. I think it's just my life is so busy. I've working like everybody else, but trying to do other bits and pieces, especially with Hangar 2. I mean, I have Fridays off from work. We decided not to take a pay rise, me and my business partner, but instead we take a Friday off, which is great for me for flying the bits and pieces, and he does his golf and everything else. But yeah, so it's only today I really get to do anything, and of course today was a coin toss, considering I had a delivery of the 14 by 8 sort of ground timber, as to say, it's the base that everything fits on. So it's a bit mad. It's a mad time at the moment, but I got this Friday. It's always nice to have that long weekend, don't you think? I mean, tomorrow, yes, I'm deconstructing a shed tomorrow and starting on the little shed, and then that gets my space, and then hopefully, excuse me, hopefully the base will be ready to. Yes, yes, Adam. It's I'm really pushing it, am I? Really pushing this Hangar V2. It's excuse me. It's an extra 6 foot. But that extra 6 foot, I mean, you think of the size of a plane. I mean, I can see the Draco over here. I mean, can't remember her size, but guesstimate, what are we looking at? 2, 4. So, but the Draco's almost 6 foot, so I can have the Draco that way kind of thing and be quite comfortable with everything else around me. So, yeah, I'm doing that really nice. So it's going to take quite a few weeks up to Christmas, but hopefully by the Christmas had to come in from the hangar. It was cold here. Jeff, it's cold here. I don't know. In the hangar, it's, if I can see, I can't see. I'm so blind anyway. I probably see it. It's 12 centigrade. 12 centigrade, is that right? It's cold in the hangar. I'm not putting the heating on for obvious reasons because it's so expensive now. I don't know about the US, but heating and everything else for fuel, it's just got for like gas and electric, just gone stupid because of obviously what's going on over in countries we won't name. Oh, look at this, Adam. Oh, Ian, that is, yeah, the UMX pits. I'll tell you what, yeah, brilliant. It is a fantastic, after seeing Adam's crazy flights with it, it's fantastic. I love it. It's 62, Jeff. That is not cold. That's centigrade, right? Look, Jeff is saying he's coming in from the cold. It's 62. Really? That is not cold. You always get the sun. Jeff in Lower Alabama, fun in the sun. I'm sure everyone sees everybody's chats anyway. What's that? It'd be bad here. 14, yes. It is. It is got really cold. I mean, the good thing is the rain has stopped. I think the rain has stopped for probably about a good week now. So Celsius, yeah, 62 Celsius. Yeah, well, we're 12 Celsius in the hangar. Yeah, got the pits, yes. There we go. Look, what Adam say. Awesome, Ian. Man, you're gonna love it. Looking forward to seeing the videos. Me too. What's the David saying? It's mild in the west. I can't say that. What's that? I'm useless. What's that? I can't say that, David. What is that? Don't know what that says. I'm sorry. Everyone else, yes. I mean, there's one plane that I do want to get, but I want to get the bigger pits. I think it's the FMS pits as well. Oh, 62 Fahrenheit in the middle of Tennessee. So what's that in centigrade? Someone work that out. What's 62 in Fahrenheit? There we go. I agree, Lee. What did Lee say? Yes, the pits is great. Was it last Saturday I flew into? Yes, yes. Ian's always, was that Paducah? Paducah. Thank you, Paducah. There you go. Roy's loving the pits. It's okay. Sorry, David. Paducah. Paducah. Where is Paducah? Where is KY? Is it KY you said? It's great to meet people, KY. Where's Connecticut? No. I don't know. What's KY? There you go. It's talking about the pits. Caroline, yes, 16C. Yeah, the pits plane. I mean, I want to get eventually the FMS. I think it's about 2 meter wingspan. But I've seen many people fly it, and it's Kentucky. There you go, KY Kentucky. Excuse me for my ignorance. However you say it. Kentucky. Ah, wicked. I tell you, the only place I've been to the States is Vegas, and me and my wife decided to go there for a honeymoon. Who goes to Vegas for a honeymoon? But we did, and it was quite funny because we was out in the normal time, like nice and early, walking about, seeing the sights, and obviously everyone was about to go to bed because there was been up all night gambling. It was quite funny. What's this, Caroline? Caroline, you have to lower the tone, don't you? I like it. Oh yes. Look at Caroline. It's Kentucky. Was it the cold or the pits, Adam? Oh, Caroline. Yes, yes. Adams saw that as well. Yes, Ian is always out in the cold and freezing cold. I do admire you, and your good wife for filming as well. I mean, that you always got blue hands, but it's great to see you getting out anyway. So yeah, Adam was talking about the pits. KY Jelly in the pits. What happened? What's happened? Let's look at the score between USA and England. It's still 0-0, folks. You don't need to watch it. You've got me for commentary. But yes, I was a bit yeah. So that anyway. So the Max Thrust, David. Yes, that is. She's ready. She's ready. And I put the servo. Basically, I put the extra servo tray on, and put some supports under it, and that's where my receiver sits. So it's nice. It's nice and clean and everything else. I do like a nice clean. I was happy with the tank is now in the correct position. It was a bit far back if you actually see the engine fire up, and yeah, she's ready to go. But it's just the amount of time. I mean, I could have done today, but as I say, I do apologise. Hangar V2 is killing me, but it's it's coming up to Christmas. I've got probably a week off between Christmas and New Year as well. So yeah. Yes, hasn't arrived yet. Postal service strike. Yeah, I was just saying about the postal strike to Roy. I went to post a letter and the post office was closed the other day. I think it's about the sixth one they've had, and it's crazy because we've always got problems getting stuff in the UK anyway at the moment, and then obviously all this backlog of Christmas stuff and bits and pieces. I mean, just for instance, we've got another strike coming up for that. We go in the UK at the moment. Let's bore you with bits and pieces. In the UK, not RC at all, but in the it's RC talking about it, but in the UK we've got like rail strikes, we've got postal strike, nurse strikes, and now we've got people that make car driving licenses and also what do you? Oh my god, brain's gone now. Passport. Everyone's striking. I don't know what's going on in the UK. Oh, got to grab a cheeseburger, everyone. Thank you, David. Thanks for popping by. I really appreciate it, buddy. And enjoy that cheeseburger. Oh, yes. I haven't had my dinner yet, and I'm hungry. There we go. In the house. Gina's in the house. Hello, Gina. How you doing? Gina, how did the move go? There we go. Hey, Gina. Everyone's saying hello. Lovely, Gina. Have you moved? Is it all gone well? Is it all sort of boxes everywhere and trying to find the planes? It's always crazy when you move. I was just explaining about I've been sort of I've got three sheds that I need to get everything out and find what we're going to keep and what's going to the dump, and it's just amazing. And it frightens me about if I had to move or was going to move, what I would do with all this stuff. Hasn't happened. Oh, it hasn't happened yet. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Always something that stops it. I bet you though, you're living in boxes. I can see it now. I think when we moved the dreaded move, yes, Roy. Yeah, can you imagine it, Roy? I mean, I think Chris. What's Chris's channel? Oh my God, RC Geek. Chris, yeah, he moved, didn't he? And he had to get like these massive boxes on wheels or whatever they call them. Because he had so many all these planes had to go in these big boxes and be foam wrapped and everything else. Oh my God! Yeah, look at that. The worst thing about moving, all boxed and living in chaos. That is the worst thing, Gina. I feel for you. I've been there. Gina's boxed up. Hangar 2 was great. Was that my neighbour is moving? I don't think it's because of me. Well, I hope. I doubt it. Unless you've been talking to her about KY Jelly, of course. Right, everyone, I'm off. Got to go. There's a film on Sunday. Yes, we'll be looking out for your movie, Ian. Thanks for popping by. I didn't want a short, and I didn't want to do like a community post. I wanted to pop in and say hello. It's always nice to have a chit chat. Normally we do a Saturday live, and we will be doing a few more Saturday lives as well, talking to Dr. Owens and many other people as well that we've got planned, which is really great actually. I moved in 2012. I pray never do again. Yeah. Cheryl is a trooper. Cheryl's a hero. Say hello. Yes, there you go. Say hello to Cheryl as well from everybody. She is a great person and she supports you, and I think it's brilliant. I mean, my wife supports me. I did ask her to come and film me, and she blatantly said no. Okay. I don't blame her. I don't blame her, but yeah, I mean, good. I'm quite lucky that Dr. David Owens is about. She sure is. She's fantastic. There we go. Never move, Roy. Never move at age 65. Wow. Yeah, don't move again, Roy. Just stay put. I think we're staying put. I mean, I'm 54. Yes, I'm 54. 55 in February, I believe. I don't think I want to move again. Not with all the hangar going in and everything else. I mean, I think we're in between. I mean, we've got our son's had as his son, as you know, and my daughter's about to give birth in January. And we're kind of like, the daughter lives here and the son lives here kind of thing. So we're in the middle of both of them. I mean, unfortunately not close, but in the middle of both. So I don't think we go. It's called bribery. Now, I've tried that, Ian. I've tried that. I've tried hoovering, cleaning, ironing. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. We're the same age, Chris. Well, there you go. See, I thought you did look a bit handsome, madam. Two of us in the world. Was that Ian earning plane points? Well, yeah. I mean, the good thing about it is that she does put up with me. I mean, I've got the tiger moth hanging in the hallway on the big wall, as you possibly saw ages ago. She lets me do that, and I've got I've got 4 planes in the house. That's two are ones in the kind of the living room in the corner, and the other ones are in the cupboard that she uses to put other stuff in. So she's pretty tolerable of me, and she's always supporting me. And if I want a plane, she's 110% behind me. So I can't complain. I can't complain at that at all. What's Caroline saying? What's Caroline saying? I'm not planning to move again, but should someone offer me a house in the south of France? Yes, I don't think I would move abroad. If I did, it would be to the States. I've always wanted to. I don't know whether it's the American dream. I think it's the American dream. I think it's just. I think whether it's just because it's on TV, on the movies, or anything else. But their houses or your houses over the pond seem to be massive, and lots of places to put planes. And plus, you get better weather, as Jeff in Lower Alabama. Mind you, Jeff, you get hot down there, don't you? I don't know how you can fly in that heat. I mean, as you saw last time, I flied in some serious heat in the UK, which was about, I think, God knows what it was. We had a plane crash. So was it? You've never seen? Oh my God! Okay, right. Rick and Roy's RC. Okay, everyone look in these. I mean, all these people here, I watch their channels, so we all watch each other's channels, which is great. Obviously, we can, sometimes I miss videos because obviously I can't. We've only got a certain amount of time in life. Move to Canada. Canada's nice as well. I mean, if I did, I mean, I have got family. Yeah, there you go, Rick and Roy's good channel. He's good. I always watch him. He's brilliant. Obviously, some of your channels, I mean, don't think I don't watch them. Sometimes I don't comment. It's just I watch them while I'm working or something, bits and pieces, and I just get sidetracked and everything else. But, you can't beat the world of RC. I'm sorry. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's great to have a chatting. It says, oh, hang on. What's Tony saying? Looking to buy a barn and some land so I can have my own runway. Well, I tell you what, Gina has done that very thing. So Gina has basically got some. They're moving and they've got a land, so they can fly on their own land. That's fantastic. Yeah, everyone. Yes, I watch your channel. There you go. See, everyone does watch everyone's channels. So it's great. And anybody that sort of like joins and chats and bits and pieces do love this hobby, and it can be everybody's different. Everybody has a different take on RC. It's like sort of like I was speaking to someone not too long ago, and he came across like he knew everything about RC and everything else. And I said to him, I said, "Oh, don't you ever listen out for something you might not know?" And basically he goes, "Oh no, I know everything that I need to know." And I thought, well, that's really kind of wow. I think even in my own work, I do home automation, not just home automation, but everywhere else as well, like smart stuff. And you're always learning. I don't think you can stop learning. And I think the day you think you know everything is the day you become dangerous. I think anyway. But watching everyone else, I mean, from almost done, Chris. Make sure I've got that invite to come down. I love. I'm there with me planes. If it needs to be a smaller plane, then so be it. So, right, what's this? What we're saying? What's it say, Jeff? Our wives always know when we're at the end and what we're doing. Yes, yes, she does. Always know. You're quite right, Adam. And I tell you what, this is what I love everyone's channels for certain things, and obviously Adam is such an in depth, and the history behind the actual plane that I love. It's brilliant. It's good. You do a lot of research, and it's fantastic. Me, I'm just crazy. You're just following my journey, which is brilliant. What's that? Phillips Pronto. Oh, horrible code. Horrible code. Phillips Pronto. Ugh. Stop all that. I use a thing from America called Crestron. They probably know that, but yeah, we use a lot of that and install it, even though it's quite hard to get these days because obviously after the pandemic, everything's really hard to get hold of. But we around it. It's still 0-0 between England and USA. Just in case you wanted to know. What's that? Team WFO. I don't know what you mean by that. So anyway, yes, we're all looking to see the epic Hangar V2, as am I. But there's still a lot of work to go ahead. Tomorrow I'm crushing down one of the sheds and then attacking the other shed. And then doing that for the rest of the weekend, so we're ready to put the base down. But I'm really excited, one, because it'll be nice and warm, and in the summer really cool. I mean, especially, I've noticed this with planes that have got the covering on. I don't know which plane it was now. I don't know, but maybe it's a bit older covering. But because it reached such a heat when we had this summer in the UK was the hottest summer we've had. It was stupid hot, and in the UK, it's not a dry heat, so it's very sort of the humidity is very high. I don't know if it's the same as Jeff. I think in Alabama, I think you have high humidity. I think you remember saying, but it's horrible. You just sit there and you feel like you're a turkey on Thanksgiving being cooked. It's horrible. And I noticed that in here in the covering there's wrinkles all of, excuse me, and I was trying to get them out with the hairdryer or my heat gun. I couldn't really get some out. So it'd be nice to have a hanger that's neutral, the neutral heat. Very humid in Georgia. So, well, yeah, it's horrible, isn't it, that heat? It really is. I suppose you get used to it, but in the UK, we're not used to stuff. It's like, I see these things in the US where you've got trains going through the snow and all this sort of stuff. In the UK, we get a flake of snow and the whole world stops. It really does. Every transport goes all out the window. It's mad. It really is. And the same with the sun. Suddenly we got a drought. We're not allowed to use a hose pipe. We've got a hose pipe ban. We haven't got enough water. We're just not used to it. In the UK, we have so many seasons within the year. It's absolutely crazy. Always breaking out the covering. Now I tried that. I do like. I'm looking for. With this build that I'm going to be doing next year. I'm actually using the laser cutter, my own laser cutter, to cut out the plane and everything else. I will be covering, and I'm looking forward to it. I find covering the plane is most therapeutic. You just sit there listening to some music, and you're putting the covering on, and it is so nice. It is so nice. What we're saying? If you can have a climate controlled hangar, it would be easy on the planes going. Yes. Excuse me. This is what I tried to do here. We did buy an AC unit, but that was for in the house and cooling down the bedroom, because obviously you was in the bedroom and it was still like, I don't know, sort of 28 or wherever it was, Celsius, I think, yeah. It was just hot. You couldn't sleep and everything else. So we got the AC unit, but in the hangar I didn't have an AC unit. I have a dehumidifier that keeps it around about 48, which is nice, so the things don't rust. But it does get cold. It shuts itself off, so it doesn't keep moving the air around and doesn't get hot. So what's this? The best part? The best part of building after all the sanding? Yes, all the sand I've got to say. Now I am using. Even though the wifey's basically said this is the Hangar V1 is just going to become the normal shed and everything else, I am keeping like the Dremel cutter and all this sort of stuff in here. So I don't, I can come in here and cut and stuff like that, so I don't have to sort of fill the fill Hangar V2 with dust and everything else, because it does get everywhere, doesn't it? But yeah, most satisfying. So Roy, why are you screwed? What have I missed here? I'm screwed. What's that? Hope no. I've missed something here. What have I missed? What are you talking about? I've missed something. I don't know. I missed something. The last what's this? The last summer was the driest summer ever in the Pacific Northwest. Really, I you know. Oh, hi Rich, how you doing? I didn't see you there. Are you sure yeah, I know. Look at me. The bags under my eyes and all sorts. Hi Rich, how you doing? So I'm getting frogging about. Rich, are you? Oh look, no, there's another comment. Rich will make you a moderator as well. I'll make everyone a moderator. I don't think I'm ever going to get thousands and thousands of people. I always do people that we see often in chat as a moderator. Why not? So if we do get loads and loads of people eventually, maybe you can, if there's anyone, you can get rid of them. I just got to play, isn't it? Ah, right, okay. Yeah, I think I mean, this is one of the reasons for Hangar V2 is so I can make it a climate controlled, and also you get like these long radiators. They're just like a round what do you call it? Like a rod looking thing. That also will kick in and everything else. The wrinkles are a reflection of a good life. I don't know about a good life. I've had a tough life. We won't go into that one right now, but yeah, Chris Desires has a tough life. Come on, get the violins out. But hey, life is what you make it. So there you go. Baseboard heaters. Is that what they're called? Is it, Dan? Yeah, and they're pretty good on the electric as well. So obviously I will bring the humidity. Humidity is a killer. Maybe, yeah, Roy, get a dehumidifier. I mean, they're dehumidifier. I mean, especially these days, they're very good on the electric. As I say, I don't know about the over the pond if you've got like an energy crisis as well as we have in the UK. Our gas prices, electric prices have doubled basically. But the dehumidifier doesn't use a lot of electric. I've got like an electric meter that I see. I'm quite sort of, oh, what's this? What am I using here? Let's put on this, or let's charge some batteries. See how much electricity I'm using. I'm getting pretty terrible now. But yeah, that doesn't use a lot of electricity. And also, if you get a dehumidifier that switches itself off, so they're pretty decent price as well. I don't know about the US, but I've got one that is on Wi-Fi and it's on app control. So I can set it, and so when it reaches the humidity that I set it at, it switches itself off until it's about 3 or 4 degrees or whatever it is, the humidity, whatever humidity measures humidity. Well, anyway, it turns itself back on again, so it keeps it like that all night long, which is great. And obviously during the day, if it's sunny, then it doesn't turn on. So it's great because then when you open your doors and stuff, and you've got cold air or hot air, you don't get sweaty stuff. So mice are the worst thing. Yes, I bet. Get yourself a cat, Roy. Yeah, get yourself a cat. And so it's really humid here. Yeah, Adam. I think Adam. I mean, you've got all your base and bits and pieces indoors in the house, haven't you? I think, which is probably going to slowly get full of planes and bits and pieces. I would have thought, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the only thing that I'm worried about is my floor, because I put down the base. And then you put the stuff down that I've forgotten the name again, and you leave about a 5 millimeter gap between the floor and the stuff, whatever it is. My brain's gone again. That's enough space to get mice through there, because you get diddy mice, and then you start getting nests and all sorts of things, and it's pretty crazy. And if mice did get in here, they would have a field day. I don't know. There was something about that I was reading about. How to stop mice coming into the hangar. I mean, the best thing about spiders as well, and spiders web, is you put an acorn. Is it an acorn? Is it an acorn? That's not an acorn, is it? God, what is going on today? What's the thing that opens and closes in the weather? There's a word for it. It's come. Someone help me out here. Yes, we're blessed with a couple of rooms in the house. Yes. Adam, I think you will get limited on space sooner or later, I would have thought. But yeah, anyway, this stops spiders, where it's not an acorn, it's called something, I don't know what it's called. But yeah, it stops spiders from coming in the hangar and making cobwebs everywhere. Pine cone. Look at this, Dan. Dan the man. Thank you, sir. A pine cone. A pine cone. I don't know if you know, a pine cone opens when it's warm, closes when it's cold. Something about that. What's that? Best part for spiders is napalm. Trouble is, napalm is not good for the hanger. I have a cat, but still mice in the coach. Lazy cat. Sort him out, Tim. Say oi. You want cat crunchies? Go get me a mouse. But spiders, yes. Pine cones, spiders. Right, so there you go. Bit of history on Des RC Hanger now. Pine cones. As you know, they open and close, whether it's dry or cold. We've got a mill in the house and in the hangar. Somewhere in the hangar's down there, I think. And basically, spiders know about pine cones. And they know that they close. So they get worried. So when they smell or something a pine cone, they don't make webs in there, because obviously they'll get trapped in the pine cone and get squished. So yeah, so always put a couple of pine cones in the hanger. I've got one, and it's somewhere. This is why I wouldn't show you what's over there. It's just how I got into the hanger. I won't know. Well, I do know, but you know what I mean. Pine cones, but yes, and I don't know about mice. I don't know. I know that under this hanger we've got hedgehogs. We've got a mummy and a daddy and baby hedgehogs, and they're all gone to sleep now. But yeah, we see, because obviously we've got cameras everywhere, bits and pieces. You see them walking out under the hangar. They go for their walk, go to the next door, blah blah, come back. And I've actually seen them a couple of times coming up to when they're hibernation, and you can feed them stuff, hedgehog-y food, which is quite good. I do like the hedgehogs, bless their hearts. But they live under the hangar where it's off the floor. But mice, haven't seen any mice yet, so that is always a bad thing. But yes, there you go, Caroline. Yes, try it. Put some. I mean, if you've got, I mean, everyone's got spiders in their house. You know, I mean, in America, you kind of get bigger spiders. It's kind of scary. In the UK, we've got some. I think it's a fake widow. I think it's called, which are bad. I think I've got bitten by one of them, and my foot come up twice the size. I got a lot of pine goes. So you don't get a lot of spiders then. That's good, Roy. It's just you got to work on the mice and your dehumidifier. Get the dehumidifier. It keeps everything from rusting. Before I had a dehumidifier, and when I was in like the little shed, before I'd started doing YouTube, and you'll see one of my planes that you probably haven't seen, that I've just seen, that my Messerschmitt is pushing on the elevators, which is not good. This is what I need space. You'll see anyway, and it's got like the undercarriage is like a metal bar going across it, and it's obviously been sprayed or whatever it is to be shiny. It started to go rusty. Lots of spiders too. Well, you have got different spiders over there, Roy. They are kind of deadly spiders. They probably laugh at it, but in the UK they're a bit dumb spiders, and they don't like pine cones. Or you just get a bigger pine cone or something. I don't know. You got to look into that. But we all like to try and keep the hangar pretty clean. It is pretty clean in here. It is quite good actually. It doesn't really get any dusty, so it's quite good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to look into that for you, Roy. I'm going to find out why American spiders don't care about pine cones. I don't know. Maybe they're just used to. Maybe they're pine cone spiders because you've got a pine cone tree. But pine cones, you don't get. I don't get any spiders in here or any spiders' webs. Funny enough, because of the pine cone. I could presume it's a pine cone. Either that or it gets too cold. But yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the Hangar V2 because we're going to do a lot more building and a lot more fun stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do, and a lot of stuff I've got to do, and it's just time as well. Everyone knows, everyone's busy, and obviously I appreciate every one of you sort of sticking around and watching the channel. I really, really do. American spiders are a-holes. American spiders are American spiders are worrying. They're big and deadly, and they eat you and stuff. Oh no, God! You get everything's bigger in America, including the spiders and snakes and God knows what else. At least in the UK, I suppose. I don't think we've got many deadly things here in the UK. I suppose I don't know. We've got crows, lots of crows, big birds. Yeah, they kind of attack you. Seagulls attack you. Don't think much else in them. I don't know. They're pretty good in the UK, I suppose. I suppose it's because we got a lot of water around us. I don't know. I'm trying to think what else attacks you in the UK. Feral cats, scary. Feral dogs, even scarier. But we don't get that many actually. No, I don't know. Yeah, I feel for you guys over the pond. Scary stuff. even in your waters. Mind you, saying that, I think down south we got sharks. I think. I don't know. Could be lying to you. But anyway, yeah, so there's a lot. I do, as I say, I do appreciate you watching the channel. I really, really do, because it's just me and my journey, and hopefully some things that I do, people do learn from. There's one thing I really must. What's that? Aussie huntsman spiders can get a bit dinner plate size. Look at that. I mean, what would you do? The wasps. Oh yes, the wasps. Yeah, bee wannabes. And it's quite hard actually, because I saw a bee over the summer, and I thought it was a wasp, but it was actually a bee. I mean, you see the bees and they're big fluffy things, you know, they're flying fluff balls, really nice. And then wasps, they just want to sting you, and you know they don't. I mean, apparently they're still good for the flowers. They still pollinate, but it's not much as bees. But well, I think when they're cross, I don't know, they look like a wasp, but they're actually a bee. But yeah, wasp things are hard. But as I say, this fake widow that we get in the UK, I mean, I won't show you a picture, but I got bitten one. Horseflies, yes, horseflies in the UK are pretty deadly. They're not deadly that you die, but deadly that when they'll bite you and you know about it, and your leg or arm or whatever swells up, and it's a horrible thing. Yeah. What are we talking about? What's this? What's that? Oh, Gusto, how you doing, buddy? Gusto, it's Gusto. There's people that's in here, and I didn't even know they're in here. It's Gusto. Gusto's already a moderator. There he is. Yeah, of course he is. What is Gusto saying? Just had a hawk attack my baby hawk drone yesterday, with a few. Really? Wow. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think Dom from Central RC was flying this bird-looking RC bird thing, and he was getting attacked. He was getting chased by the birds, where they thought it was like a real bird, and it was in their thing. So I suppose, sort of like, you know, especially a hawk would look at a drone as a threat. I don't know how. Well, I mean, their eyesight may be pretty good, but it's mad, isn't it? I mean, it's like when you're flying, you not only got to worry about everything else, you got to worry about the wildlife attacking you as well. It's I mean, you know, they just want to stop you from flying and God knows what else, but. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, yeah. So that's all. That's all really that I wanted to say. Yes, I'm always looking out for what's that? Oh, hang on. What's Jeff saying? I'm always on the lookout for fire ants when they. Oh, fire ants, deadly, deadly. What's that? Carpenter bees boring holes in my fence. Carpenter bees. Never heard of those. Look at this. We're turning into. Yes, Roy. I've got stung by a wasp this summer. Got me through my shirt. Yes, there you go. Gusto's FB. Hi, peeps. How you doing, buddy? As I say, and for those of you who just wandered in, it was just I've been doing Hangar V2 dissembling outside, really making ready, and also had a big delivery today of a load of timber and bits and pieces. So yeah, next couple of weeks, 3 weeks, it's going to be hit miss and maybe whether I get something built or flown or whatever else. So. You know, I'll probably just do a live every Friday night just to catch up everyone, see, because it's nice. I do like doing lives because then you get to chat to people, and it is nice. You know, maybe if I know that I'm going to be building or whatever next Friday, maybe we'll grab someone from over the pond. Maybe we'll see. We'll have a chat with Adam. Be nice to have get Adam on here, don't you think? Asking questions, bits and pieces. I think so. We'll have a see anyway. I was yeah, got you through. It was to get through everything. I think I mean the worst was it was. So I got a story when I think I was driving. And I think it was a wasp, but it was a wasp flew in through the window and literally went in my mouth. Yeah, that was many years ago. Wow, God, that's brought back some memories. It didn't sting me. I was lucky enough; it was just a quick but it's the worst thing when you're driving because, like, you know, you're doing I get it, but you're not looking on the road. Hey Steve, how you doing? How's that, Chris? Glad to hear Hangar. Yes, it is. I mean, it's the Hangar V2 hasn't arrived. It's still being built up in Birmingham. I think in Birmingham in the UK, not in the US. I'll be honest. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay then, Adam. We'll have a little chat during the week, and we'll get you on there. Basically, all I do is I send you a link. It's like from a software, Ecamm Live. I use ECAMM Live. And I just send you a link and it opens up in a web page and you're live. So we'll do that. Be nice to chat to Adam, yeah? We can fire him some questions. Yes, Steve. Yes, as I was saying, it's trouble is I've got 3 sheds in the way well, one because the wife wants to expand the garden, but two of them have got to be deconstructed, and it's taken me a couple of days to get everything out of there and stick it into the other shed. So all my tools and all the sort of bits and pieces, and then I've got the smaller shed that's got like the lawnmower and all that sort of stuff, tons of stuff. And then it's amazing how much stuff you collect. Because as I was just saying to everybody, I'm a bit of a hoarder, so it's like the kids were before they moved out. Well, yeah, quite a while ago, but had like some bunk beds and stuff. And I kept all the timber from the bunk bed because I thought I'll use that. That's good timber. Never used it. You have to start a nature channel now. You know what, Rich? Wouldn't it be good to start? Sometimes I haven't got time to start another channel. Someone said to me, you should start another channel and do like bits and pieces of tech stuff that you do anyway. And I thought, nah. I mean, the only reason I started this YouTube channel was because when I started out in RC, which is quite a few years now. It's quite frightening, actually. I saw a picture of me flying a Watt 4 in 2019. Yeah. So I still haven't got my cert, but it's there. It's coming. Hang up. Okay, Rich. Right, but basically, what it is, I'm in Hangar V1. Excuse me. Hang on. Let's have a bit of cold coffee. Still 0-0. If anyone's watching football, don't worry about it. So this Hangar V1, which is basically a Dutch barn, and it's 8 foot by 8 foot, and it is quite small. Then over there, it's like we've got a little pathway. There's 3 sheds. One staying for now, and the other 2 are going, which is allowing me to put a 14 by 8 log cabin. It's a log cabin, but it's not logs. It's like 28mm timbers and bits and pieces. Yeah, and it's going to enable us to put that, and then this will become the tool shed and everything else shed. It's going to be. It's also we're going to put some stuff in here so it keeps it damp free and bits and pieces and stuff. So. But yeah, it is a new one. It's coming. It's been extortionist timber is so expensive now. It's unreal in the UK. It's almost doubled in price timber. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's shipping or whatever. But anyway, they're making it in Birmingham at the moment in the UK. Arrived today was the base. So I've got a 14 by 8 base that I've got screwed together and everything else. And then I've got like little aluminium or aluminum if you're over the pond. What's that, Chris? You're starting to build the base on that balsa plane. What balsa plane? Oh, what, the Antoinette? If you're talking about the Antoinette, I don't know. Well, it won't be the winter because I decided to hang a V2. What's that? The wife would kill me. The wife would kill me if I did that, Steve. Anyone think wood grows on trees? Do you know what I mean, Caroline? I thought isn't it like 3D printed with wood? I don't know. Yeah, that's it. The Antoinette is still in the box right in front of me actually, and I've got all the bits and pieces. I mean, I was speaking to Cliff Harvey, and he said, "Oh, Chris, I wouldn't do that for your first build. You'll end up with a big mess." So it's been sitting there, but it'd either do a winter build, or it was do Hangar V2, and I think. If you ever visited this, it's just so tight of planes. And when I was moving the Draco around and even the Spitfire, I was bumping into things, and it's like, this is not good. I need everything sort of out my way. And plus, obviously, this little bench that you see me make stuff on all the time is going to be on wheels, so I can move it around depending what I want to do. So there's a lot of stuff going into Hangar V2 and all the bits and pieces in it. So, but yeah. If I kept this as well, Steve, she would shoot me. Sort of like what why is all the tools and the lawnmower outside? Oh. What's under that tarp? Well, nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't. But I am getting rid of some planes. Some really fast, like the EF Extra. The EF Extra, yeah, which I'm not going to fly. It's too fast for me. I don't think I'm. I'd like to call it a docile flyer or docile pilot. Planes fly themselves, but a docile pilot. I'm not sure. Even some of my sort of like jets that I've got, it's going to be quite scary because you really got to be on it, or crash it. where I think I do like the floaty and relaxing of seeing a great plane in the sky. So I don't know, we have to see, but I'll get rid of a lot of the smaller planes. I find the bigger planes are easier to fly, to pilot, should I say, in my eyes. Hence the Draco, why she's big, and some other builds that I've got coming. So it's all gonna happen. JSP2, but oh god, see, Steve, you must have like Superman thumbs. It scare the hell out of me. It really will. That speed. I mean, some of the things that Adam flies as well. In fact, you all fly. It scares the hell. It's like, how do you actually fly that thing? Without getting 2 miles down the road. You got to keep it. I prefer like that sunny afternoon flight. But who knows? I think it's I think I lost a lot of confidence with my boomerang crash. That I was on fire, leaving Paul Heckles. He boosted me up. It's a bit like having a football team and a coach. What's that? What's that? I've probably seen that. 169 mile an hour. Wow. What's that? Burst of power, turn, then repeat. See, that's the flying I like, Jeff. I like that, Jeff. It's not like the trouble is 170 mile an hour. Let's call it. Let's make round it off. 100. How can you fly that plane? I mean, you're going to look down there, and before you know it, it's going to be over there, and it's going to be like, what the hell? I could see me flying that now. It'd be like, hey, everyone think I've been. Oh, Chris, great acrobatics. It was like, well, no, I was just trying to fly, actually. How do you land that sort of thing? It's well, I mean, a lot of you are seasoned pilots. That's why, very quickly, I bet, Adam. Yeah, but you're a seasoned pilot. You've been flying for God knows how many years since you was a young lad, from what I remember. Sounds good. What's that? The jet. The jet. Was that Elvington? Average of 250 mile an hour. How can you fly? I don't think. I mean, maybe years down the road. I don't know. I mean, hopefully I've got a good few years yet. But yeah, as I say, I got knocked off my feet a bit with the boomerang. But I brought myself back into it. It's just obviously the weather just turned on me again. Nice long runway. Yeah, I mean a lot. I mean in the UK, I mean we're pretty restricted on turbines. There's only a certain places that you can fly turbines in the UK. Plus, you need a B certificate as well. So, but yeah, I bet they do, Steve. Jeez, that's madness. Absolute madness. I think I'm quite happy with my 60, 70 mile an hour plane. That's all good. I'm happy with that. I mean, I've got some jets. Don't forget, we got the Red Arrows Hawk to fly. And, see this baby up here is going to fly. So we've got a couple of other jets up there as well. So which is absolutely fantastic, really exciting. Buckminster is a nice site too. Buckminster is a nice site. I've not been there, but I've seen it. There is some site. I mean, the best site that I've been to so far is Paul Heckles. Mind you, it's not the longest runway. It's not a runway. It's a field, but yeah, there's I think they're coming a bit far in between in the UK now, unless you want to travel far. I mean, it's like and I've always wanted. Mind you, saying that, that I've found somewhere. Was it take your time, Flump? You're doing great. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you, mate. I think the thing that's boosted me is that when I fly, I don't think about what I'm doing with my thumbs, if that makes sense. That was a big hurdle for me, especially even adding some rudder in the turn and stuff like that. So I'm quite happy. What's that? I've got to get up to the shop and film some. Chris enjoyed your Friday, feeling great. Yes, mind you, it wasn't enough for the hamster from Top Gear. Mind you, it wasn't long enough for the hamster from Top Gear. Top Gear. I haven't watched that for donkey's years. Not since all the guys went over to Amazon. Anyway, Caroline dragging us through the gutter again. Bless her heart. It's fantastic. It's been an hour of me waffling on. So it was just really to say, listen, thanks for holding out for me, guys and girls. I really do appreciate it. But Hangar V2 is taking over. But I think, I'm quite happy to do a live next Friday. Unless something happens. I am getting some people in to help out with the build and probably the footings, because I just haven't got time to do it myself. So, see you later, Adam. Thanks very much for popping by, my friend. I'd read it, and we will chat in the week as well. So, as you say, Adam might be popping on as well for a chat. So, I think we'd do something. Yes, now get to. I'm going to have my dinner, Jeff. That's what I'm going to do. Anyway, listen, thanks for popping by, everybody. And if you're getting out there, don't forget to keep safe and be safe. But most of all, have fun. Listen, thanks for popping by. I mean it. It's been great. It's been emotional. And I don't know where I've got to push my button to finish. Anyway, see you next week. Ta-ra.